So here what we have to do, the first task is we have to create a new project. So what we have seen till now, like whenever we save as a single file. Today we are gonna see how to create a new project, how to add a reference image into the project, and how to do the modeling. So it's a simple modeling I'm gonna show. What you have to do is you have to go to file, in file, project window, in project window, new, click on this particular new. The name you have to give is, I'm gonna do cartoon dog today. Okay. So this is the name of the project which I'm gonna do. And location, you have to choose the location. Where do you want to save this? Batch 3 Maya. In batch 3 Maya, I'm gonna save. You have to click on select, then accept. You see in this project folder, there are multiple folders are gonna create. Okay. So I accept this. Now, if you see, if I go to RSTP batch 3, then Maya, you see cartoon dog folder has been created. Inside this, there are a lot of subfolders will be there. So if I save file here, let's say I create something, and if I'm gonna save this, automatically it will save in batch 3 Maya cartoon dog. We should save the file inside scenes folder. Scenes. You have to name something for the file. Okay. Then what I'll do, I'll be uh, picking a reference image. I need a reference image. So I have this image. I'm gonna pick this. So I'll come to RSTP batch 3 Maya cartoon dog. In the project folder, cartoon dog is your project folder. In this project folder, source images folder will be there. Whatever reference image we have to import into Maya, that you have to copy here. Okay. So I have a side view image. So in that case, I'm gonna come to side view. This is perspective, top view, front view, side view. You have to import images always in the orthographic view only. It has to be in top view, front view, or side view, not in the perspective view. So I'm in the side view. I'm gonna import image view. How to import an image? I'm in side view now because my reference is of side. See, this is my reference, the character. The character looks something like this. Okay, this is the dog which I'm gonna do, which I'm gonna create. Obviously, this is a side view, side profile of the character. So that's the reason I'm in Maya. In Maya, I have to be inside view. So you can press space bar so that you can get into individual views. Okay. So I'm in side view. You can see side is written here. So how to import an image? This is the step. View, image plane, import image. View image plane, import image. So Maya is smart. Once you create a project, it knows where to go. Automatically, see, Maya goes to Maya cartoon dog source images folder. It knows where to go. So I select the dog side view. I click on open. Now I need to see the image as well as my grid line. So right now this particular image plane is selected. If you want, you can make it bigger. You can just scale it. It will be bigger. If you want, you can move it a little up. You can do all these things. That's okay. Here alpha gain is there. This image is selected, right? Here alpha gain is there. Instead of 1, I make it 0.5 so that uh, you know uh, opacity I'm gonna reduce. Then I'll come to perspective view, and I have to move towards backside. So you see I'm just moving towards backside. I think it's okay. Now what I have to do is, okay, this much changes are done. Select this. This is the layer part. The last one is create a new layer along with assign the selected object as well. So I click over here. Now I double click and I name this as reference. Okay. Then here next to P, click over here, T for template mode, R for reference mode. You have to be in reference mode. Okay. So that in reference mode, what happens? You will be able to see the reference, but you will not be able to select. This is how we need. Okay. Okay. Now, anyhow, I have just selected a sphere under curve surface sphere. So there will be a start and end point here in any of the object you see. So there is a point where all the lines are intersected, even in the bottom and in the top. So there's a start and end point. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I select this sphere. I'm gonna place it over here. Then I would like to rotate a little bit like this, like this. Okay. Then I press 4. 4 is for wireframe mode, and I'm gonna scale it globally like this. See, my reference is not clearly visible. So what I'll do, Alt plus B, so that I would like to change the background. Okay, so that now it is visible. Okay, so I'm gonna make it something like this. Mm, okay, something like this. Then I want to edit this object. Okay, to edit this particular sphere, there are multiple options are there. If you right click, you can see there are certain options here. Right now it is in object mode, right? It is in object mode. I'll go to control vertex mode. I'll show you what is this control vertex. I'm in control vertex mode. Okay. So currently this is object mode. Right click if you go to control vertex mode. Wherever there is an intersection, you get a point. And these points are a little bit away from the object. What happens is you can select the point and be in move tool. You can move this. You can deform the object. Okay. You can select, you can deform. See? So in a simple way, what I'll do, you have to be in wireframe mode always. Okay, whenever you are doing modeling. As and when required, you can move to object mode. So if you notice here, there are control vertex here. Here one is there. I don't want to select that. I have to select only one side control vertex here. And I'm gonna place it near the nose part. And there is another set of control vertex here, like this one line. I'm going to place it here. This one is there. I'm going to select like this. I'm going to place it here. And I'm selecting this one. I'm going to scale it a little bit. This is fine. Then I'm going to select this one. I'm going to place it here. Scale it a bit like this. Okay. So I can select this a little bit. So I'm just doing it up to here only. Okay, up to here I have done. So if you come over here, you can see something like this. Okay. Up to here. Then here also. So now this is control vertex, what you saw. I go to hull. There is something called hull. Hull is the loop of the control vertex. You can see the loop. See, entire loop of the control vertex. Okay. So what I'll do here, this side I have to make it the head up to here, something like this. Then you can select the hull. It is something like this. Okay. Then there's one more step. I need to add a mesh. Let's say you have a mesh here like this, right? I need to add a mesh. Now you cannot go inside this and you cannot increase sections of span. It doesn't work. Okay. So you have to do it manually. How to do manually? I'll tell you. If you right click, there is something called ISOPARM. 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 What is ISOPARM? ISOPARM is an imaginary dotted line which helps to create mesh. Okay. Isopalm is an imaginary dotted line which helps to create mesh. So now I go to isopalm mode. I select this. See, it is turning yellow. Let's say like this, I need a mesh here. So what I'll do, I click here, drag and drop here. Now you see a dotted line here. Isopalm is an imaginary dotted line which helps to add mesh. If I click outside, it's gone. Okay, because this is an imaginary dotted line. I'm gonna add it here. Then what I'll do is I'll come to surface. First thing, you have to right click, go to isopalm mode, drag and drop wherever you want mesh. If I want multiple mesh, I need to hold shift, drag and drop, something like this. Then go to surface, because this is a surface model. Here, insert isopalms, insert isopalm. Now see, you got the mesh, right? So now I'll go to control vertex. I'm going to select these two vertex, drag, and I'm going to place it up to here. I'm selecting this one. I place it up to here. See, manually all these things, you can do now. Okay. Now if you see, it's in a shape. It's in some good shape. Then what I'll do, I'll pick one more sphere. I'm going to select one more sphere. I'm going to place it over here. So I'm going to rotate this up to here, place it, then make it smaller. Then I'll go to, okay, I can make it something like this. Control vertex. I select this, drag and drop here. I can make it quite larger. Then I select this, place it here. Something like this. Now I'll come over here. Here this thing looks like this. So what I have to do is I need to just scale in one axis so that this should support. Okay. So I got an output like this. This is another object. This is another object, though this looks like this. Next, coming to the neck part. For the neck part, I'm going to select cylinder and I'm going to place cylinder here and I'm going to rotate cylinder a bit, something like this. So what I'll do is, first thing, for the cylinder part, I would like to add few mesh. Select the cylinder in input. Spans I'm going to increase to 4. That's enough. Okay. I go to hull. I select the first one. I'm going to place it somewhere here. Smaller. It's over here. Then I'll go to control vertex mode. So this looks like this, but this has to be something like, if you notice from here, this particular part has to be inside. So I'll go to hull. I select this one. You can press side arrows so that uh, the hull can move. Okay, so we have created an output like this. Then for the body part, I'll be taking a spear. I'll place the spear here. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger and I'm gonna rotate it like this. So this spear, I'll go to control vertex. I'm gonna select this, place it in this particular part, make it quite bigger. Select this, a bit bigger. Similarly, I'm gonna select this, place it here. I'm gonna rotate it, something like this. So this one, rotate it. So you have to observe this carefully while you do. Okay. Okay, fine then. Now let me just pick. I'll go to control vertex. Okay. Now I need to add few mesh. So I'll go to isopalm. One here. Hold shift. One here. Hold shift. One here. Hold shift. Drag and drop here. Then I'll come to surface. Insert isopalm. Then I'll come to control vertex. This has to be here. This has to be here. You have to give some shape, right, for the character. So that you have to do based as per the reference you have to do. I think this is okay. See, now with hull, what you have to do is this will be bit, it will be like this. A particular shape you have to give. So see, it has to be like this. Here bit broader, this should be bit inside, this should be broader, like this. Okay. So after this, the tail part, I'll take a cylinder. I'm gonna place a cylinder here. I'm doing all this just with the default objects only. Okay, nothing but more. So I'm gonna add mesh, something like 3. Then I select this. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. I'll place it here. I rotate a bit. one here. I'll go to hull, select the first one, place it here, and you have to rotate to the opposite side, make it smaller, place this here. Similarly, select the next one, you have to rotate based on the mesh details and all. Okay, see the tail is done. Okay, then remaining is the leg part. Any doubts up to here? How to do? Any doubt, guys? Bayanda, Goyabonga, no doubts.
It's clear, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, everywhere, like just with one side reference, I have done it up to here. Okay. Then it's the leg part. Again, I'm gonna pick cylinder and place the cylinder here. Then I'll add few mesh. 4 or 3 is fine. So I have to scale it and I'm gonna rotate it up to here. Like this. Like this. So first go to hull, select this one, drag and drop here. Meanwhile, you have to rotate also like this. Then scale it globally wherever there is a reference. Here broader, the mesh is broader, here smaller, means you have to make it something like this. One here. Then one more, bring from here, make it smaller. Again, smaller. Okay, I'll go to control vertex. I have to match it here now. I have to go to hull again, select the first one. This has to be inside. So just place this control vertex exactly, at the reference. Based on the reference, you have to play with this. Okay, this is done. So let me just see how does it look here. I think this is okay. Sounds good. This I'm gonna place it somewhere here. Okay, up to here is fine because we need only one side leg we are creating. Another one, we have to duplicate it. That will do. Then again, I'm gonna take a spear. I'm gonna place it here. This I'm gonna rotate it like this. Go to control vertex over here. make sure this above cylinder edges should be inside this particular object. You have to make it something like this. Then after this, so I have to place this object here. Okay, like this. Then I'll go to hull. This is okay up to here. This one has to be somewhere here. This has to be up to here. Okay, so I think now it should be like this. Now what I'll do, I select this, edit, delete by history. Why history? I'll tell you. I can select, okay. Certain edits, whatever we have done, the history will be gone. So I'm just selecting this. I'll tell what needs to be done is edit, delete by type history, delete by type history. After this, select this. I'm gonna duplicate this, place it here. So you can see in this particular view where you want. I think here it's okay. Okay, this looks good. The backside part is done. So now we need to work on the front part. That's over here. Again, you have to create something new for this. Take a cylinder, I make it smaller up to here, to here. Then I would like to add mesh 3 or 4. 4 is fine. Then I go to hull, select the bottom hull, make it smaller. Then you select the right above one, place it here. Front leg is even simpler. Once you need to distribute this mesh evenly. Okay, I'm gonna see how does it look. This looks good. Shape is fine. Let me add this one here. I'm gonna duplicate this, place it here. Here, something like this. It's okay. Go to control vertex, place it here. This thing here, this here. It's okay. So what I'll do is I select this. Okay, select the top hull, push inside. I come over here, I select the top hull, push it inside. Okay, all good. Now see, 4 legs, character is standing properly. And we have done this with only the default primitive. I took sphere, I took cylinder, that's it. Only with these two, nothing else. And tweaking the control vertex. Go to control vertex mode, you have to tweak it, only those things. The pending is only the this part, ears part. Simple again, very simple. Place it here. I'm gonna make it something like this, and here like this, like this. Ear is so simple. I'll go to control vertex, this. I'm gonna place it like this. Now manually I'm gonna arrange a bit. Okay, it's almost done. So I'll come over here. I'll just select this and I'll come over here. Obviously it can't be like this much. So I'm gonna place it here. Here. See the ear part. Then what I'll do, I'll come to vertex mode. Like this. See? See? It's like this. After this, a lot of transformation values has been changed. Modify, freeze transform. So what happens? All this will fit to 0, or else what I'll do? First thing, this is an x-axis. I'm gonna duplicate this, and in scale x, I make it minus. So I get one more piece, and here 1.24. I select this minus 1.24. So I'm gonna place the position as is. Okay, the ear part is also done. It looks good. What I'll do is I'm gonna select everything, edit, delete by type, history. So I save this, all is done. And I'm gonna select one more sphere, and this particular sphere should be for the nose part. I make it smaller, even smaller. I'm gonna place it here. Okay, see, it's ready. Okay, any doubts up to here so far? So I want you to create this. I'll be sharing this particular reference through WhatsApp and the video as well. Okay. So by next class, try to complete this dog. And if possible, create a curve also. I'll be sharing a couple of references. You just start working on it. Okay. Any doubts? Bye bonga bayanda Kumalo.
No, sir.
Great guys. See you on the next class. Bye. Take care. Bye bye.